The opinions expressed in the following broadcast are not necessarily those of IndieVolt Media LLC, its staff, contributors, or sponsors. Viewer discretion is advised. From the COMiX newsroom, it's time to get you wired in and get your daily dose of the COMiX news, hosted by Mr. Anderson, who is the unboxable, uncanny, advocating creator who will tempt you with his devilish tales of fetish monsters and more. Join him and his co-hosts as they give you the news coming off the COMiX News Wire. Brought to you in association with
At Geek Insider, we foster relationships with those in the geek sphere so we can give our audience the insider view of entertainment, tech, and more.
Subscribe to IndieVolt.com to recharge your fandom and to get an education. Be sure to check out all of the IndieVolt programming on the Nines, with hosts like Randy Zimmerman, The Kid, Varian Grant, The Indie Princess, with more hosts and shows to come. Hello. We're seeing Chuck stealing because Chuck will be back in a minute. We have JD, who's going to be able to hang out with us for just a little bit. You're going to be here till 11:45. JD, I wanted on the show because he's got a project up here, so we're actually going to start the show with his project. Now, this is, of course, part, and that's Jack's in the background. He's excited about BACKER. Pause. We normally start the show with news, but we actually have a good class of creators, and there was no earth-shattering news that happened overnight since our last program. So we're not going to actually do the news, and we'll cover the news that did come out tomorrow and give all these indie creators as much time as we possibly can today. For those who don't know what this show is, let's bring it up. Some of you might remember when it was Kickstarter Pause. There hasn't been a lot of changes since we changed the name. So here we go. Let's do the screen share thing. And here it comes. So there hasn't, like I said, there hasn't been a lot of changes. What is Kickstarter? What is BACKER Pause? Actually, I think we actually have a video for that. I think I finally made one to stop being lazy. So let's see. Did I upload it? It only helps if you uploaded it, right? Yeah, I didn't upload it yet. All right, so, oh no, wait. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Welcome to BACKER Pause. What is BACKER Pause? Well, it's when we get judges who are creators to sit down and watch crowdfunding videos that we are proudly advocating for on comicbookadvocates.com. And they hit pause when they lose interest in the videos that we are watching and experience BACKER Pause. This is a fun way to teach creators about attention spans of the viewers and what works and does not work for their videos. Want to be a judge? Are you ready to play? Welcome to BACKER Pause. All right, so we're going to introduce ourselves around the room. JD, go ahead and introduce yourself.
How you doing? My name is JD Calderon. I'm the writer and creator of the Oswald Chronicles and 12 Tales Online. I currently have a Kickstarter running for the Oswald Chronicles, and you can also check out my YouTube channel under JD Calderon.
And then we have the Chuck Man.
So before I even talk about myself, that little video there, what? The music and the cadence of your voice, are you going for low-key porn? Because that's what it sounds like.
Actually, if you go back and listen to early Black Sabbath, there's a song that sounds exactly like that. So when I heard that,
I'm a huge Black Sabbath fan, so now I got to go back just to figure out what you're talking about.
Early albums, like you're talking the very beginning. I forgot the name. It's a part of an interlude, but it has this very similar beat.
Oh, like Luke's Wall or something like that?
Yeah, it's one of those. And I go back and look for it, but like every time I hear it, it just chills me out. So
now I'm taking the deep dive.
Yeah. And well, we do the deep dive Kickstarter videos. So sometimes like I wanted to go with this cool little calm, like BACKER, like stoner type sound in my voice. That's just, it triggered me to remind me of being stoned.
Just a second.
He's getting out the pot.
All right, everybody, what's up? My name is Chuck. We're here on Backer Pause. I'm a writer. I'm an editor. I do stuff. Let's just talk about Kickstarter already. Yeah.
For some reason, you sound like Stan Lee. Like you don't mean to, but it sounds like
I'm not trying at all.
Yeah. Welcome, true believers.
Welcome. Excelsior, my friends. Excelsior.
He did have a very growly voice if you ever go back, but with just a little bit of that like softer tone. Like when he was
It
mad,
was like a tender growl.
yeah, but I think when he was mad, he would chew your ass out and live in you for days, even after you left him. Like it's that kind of voice he has. So, all right, we got some great stuff on the program today. If you want your Kickstarter to be part of this, we have a mail room now. Send us some mail. Of course, it's hosted by me, the Uncanny Devil at Night and Advocate by Day. Remember that one single dollar can help make dreams come true. Every dollar is a declaration of support and belief. It helps the creators and the teams behind the book. Just $1 helps create new worlds and keeps creators creating. Speaking of which, Anake is actually, today it's his last day. We'll have to quickly check. It's out at 1:36 a.m. So let's see if this successfully funded. I think this has already ended. Let's see. Yep, congratulations to them. They have successfully funded. So 168 backers, 2,108 pounds. That's a heavy book right there.
That's a very heavy book.
So, congratulations to the team behind it, including Ian Joe. He did a great job. We loved having it on the program. We'll miss it. So
And that's a good number, too.
It really is. Like I'm proud of him. Like this has been great. I've seen creators be able to do things right now in this market that a year ago me and Chuck were sitting around going, "What just happened to Kickstarter?" And I'm glad to see it coming back. And I'm glad to see the creators really jumping back on the platform. For a while, I know people were saying there was as many creators, but there really wasn't because all the pros had shown up, taking the indie guys' spots. But now it feels like there's more and more. And of course, we know with the election coming, that's going to affect some crowdfunding. So if you're listening to this right now and you're on the fence on when to crowdfund, now is the time. Get on the platform now before the election happens. Anything during election, things get turmoil.
I have one that's going to run through the election. Very excited to see how that works.
Yeah. Well, if you start early enough, the trick is if you start early enough and you can build enough, you should be fine. Do not go week of election, especially. Don't go right after an election and expect something big, because we all know what happens when people don't get what they want. There's going to be some problems.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to move on to Todd Black presents Tokyo Blade Detective. Now, just like Kickstarter Pause, because this is the first time for both of you on this program, just raise your hand so we can see you in the thing, and we'll stop it there, or just say pause. Either one should work fine. Sometimes I walk away from the screen to chase a wild animal named Jax, so saying pause sometimes helps a little bit more. But here we go. This is Tokyo Detectives 3, and I'm curious to see what you guys say.
Hello again. I am Todd Black, the creator of Tokyo Blade Detectives, and I welcome you to the Kickstarter for Tokyo Blade Detectives number 3. Now, if you've been with us since the beginning, we've taken you on quite a little adventure here in our version of Tokyo. And issue number 3 is going to continue that adventure in a big way. Now, in issue number 2, and thank you to all of you who helped make that a big success, we saw that Miko found her case target in regards to Toshiro, but something just doesn't seem right about him. But before she could get any answers, she met the yokai, one of the factions of Japan. And you notice she's not real happy.
Now, because we do have 2 guests, JD, did you want to continue for a little extra?
No, I think it's fair what Chuck just did.
I'm with Chuck. The first week this played, I was the first one to pause. And,
just one thing though, Chuck, how you doing, man? It's been a while.
I'm doing good, homie. How are you?
I'm good, bro.
Good.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, right back at you, buddy.
so come on, start explaining why we paused, guys.
Oh,
Well,
dude.
Is it because he's moving? Come
You
on.
want to go first, buddy?
Go ahead, go, Chuck.
Okay. So no, you know what? Look, I'm actually going to especially in this climate that we're in, I will leave your backdrop out. I won't even mention that stuff. You threw me into the middle of a story with characters I know nothing about. And so right away, oh, Takahiro is doing this and this person's doing that. I'm like, who the fuck are these people? Like, what are you even talking about? I don't know anything. And so this is you're jumping me directly into 3, and I don't even know what's going on. And so the thing is that your video, it's really not for people who have stuck around all the time. Like, certainly I'm sure they'll enjoy it, but that you're not introducing them to anything new. They already know your story. We, the new people, you need to think about us. I have no interest in this because you have no interest in me as a new backer.
That's perfectly said, actually. JD, anything down on top of that?
Well, unlike Chuck, I will mention that backdrop. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, bro, but I mean, we all have banners from shows. Put them up behind you. You know what I mean?
In your house.
That's all I have to say. I mean, it's just, I mean, I don't, however the guy chooses to, I mean, he might be moving. You know what I mean? That's fine. But, put something behind you. Make it look like me.
I understand you get busy during a move. Don't get me wrong. And if he's in the middle of a move, it sucks, especially to have a campaign in the middle of a move. It's got to be horrible. But it didn't have to look like he just got robbed.
Right.
Yeah, there were boxes on the floor. I wonder if he just got robbed because the closet doors open, there's stuff piling out. Like, this just, it makes you look unprofessional. We don't want to see that on a video. And we feel bad because we have to point that out because other people are going to see it. It's just not something you want to advertise, that you can't organize.
It reminds me of a picture that a friend took of a cat. And they're like, oh, look at this cat. It's so cute, blah, blah, blah. And meanwhile, everyone I spoke to was like, did you see how friggin' messy that house was? And I was like, yeah, I didn't even notice the damn cat. And it's the same thing. Like, we're noticing all this stuff that we should only be paying attention to you. Now, I mean, I said I'd stay out of it, but luckily JD jumped right into it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I mean, no, you know what? Honestly, I was being overly nice, and I forgot what show I'm on. This is Backer Pause. We need to teach people a lesson. Like, it's something we all need to learn.
I mean, no, man. I mean, look at what I got going behind me, right? When I first started, none of this stuff was behind me. We looked at the video. We was like, okay, let's put something here. Let's put something here. Let's put something here, right? So people have something to look at aside from my head.
All I know is I keep getting requests to have less on. I did one show without a shirt on it. I have not lived it down, and it's still one of the highest rated watch videos I had. But even then, I was embarrassed by it. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm embarrassed when I'm not putting on a quality program, when I'm not showing something. I get embarrassed when the dogs bark.
I had my banner, and I feel you there, buddy, especially with the dogs and stuff. I had my banner up, and at one point it just kind of went, no, and just sort of slunk down a little, and I was like, oh, no. So I put it back down, and I let it rest. But, like, I got my Star Wars clock, I got my Welcome to the Void, I got my dragons. That all kind of, like, I got something. I have a section set up. If you saw the rest of my room, it's a crap hole. But this section that you're seeing looks good. And that's something to take into fact is just make that little square look good.
Right.
How are they doing, by the way? What are our numbers? Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Are they past their goal?
Yeah, they passed their goal. It looked like it was almost double.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah.
It's got that manga feel, sort of.
Mm-hmm. I mean, in all fairness, the book looks like it's fun.
It helps if I unmute myself. Sorry. I thought you could hear me. Jack's running around and trying to mute every so often. But look at the art. The art is beautiful. This is something that should have been in the video.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not hard, guys. It's really not hard to make a video. With free technology like OBS, I've done a video. You guys just are being lazy.
I understand when people get a little intimidated by the technology and they don't do that. So if you don't, have some pictures, have something to show off even in your hand if you have to, a book or print something off, whatever you can do. I'm fine with that. But again, No, go ahead.
I was going to say I believe in the art in this. I think that he's put a lot of love into it. I just wish that he put that love into the video. This isn't, and this is again, this is that time. This is not a Facebook Live. This is not a moment for Facebook Live. And like Chuck said, you were supposed to introduce yourself to a brand new audience. That's why you're on my site right now, and you asked to be on my site so I could bring you a new audience. And the minute that you had that opportunity, look at what you did with it. And I want you to learn from that, because while you did good, just imagine how much better you would have done. There's people who saw that video, saw your house, and was like, why does that guy live like that? And like Chuck was saying, I know the picture he's referring to. It became a joke behind that person's back, actually. And people were like kind of making fun of the person. And we all have bad moments, don't get me wrong. I talked about the shirt being off. For as many people who thought it was good and as many compliments as I got, there are a bunch of people out there making fun of me because I didn't have a shirt on to do something. And I did it because my house had literally reached 87 degrees in the middle of Florida. And I committed to doing a show, and I did the show on time. So to me, I was proud of myself, but the whole time I had a waterfall down my back. It'll go down as something I'm embarrassed by. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't leave that up. We think you can do better. That's why we're here on this show. We're not trying to kneecap anyone. This was a moment where better could have really been pulled off. So here's Patrick Barmare presents Discordia number 0.3, or would that be point? No, 3.
No, it's 0. 3 horror shorts to satiate. Yeah, they're separate.
And this one's actually, check this one out. Actually, this one.
Oh, you already have me 118. That's a nice short video.
Tell me a scary story, Mommy. One that even Daddy would be scared of. You boys need a ride? In the sky. What the hell is that thing? I'm Christopher Jerome, writer of Discordia, a new horror comic series from Dark Tidings Press. Along with my friend and longtime collaborator Patrick Vermeyer, we are asking for you to help us bring Discordia to life. This Kickstarter is raising $3,000 to produce a print run of issue 0 of Discordia, our new horror comic series. This 0 issue consists of 3 shorts that flesh out the continent of Odessa as it succumbs to the madness of war and evils far older than humanity. With a variety of covers, backer levels, and rewards, we think there is something for every horror fan and comic enthusiast in our campaign. Be warned, though, the faint of heart won't long survive in Discordia.
Now,
I like it.
Yeah, I'll be honest. This year, I want to do during the awards. I want to do an award for the Kickstarter video. That should be up for it right there.
Mm-hmm.
There was a great video. There's nothing to say about it. It was well done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Good job. I like it.
Yeah, I was very impressed. I saw that. I was like, oh, shit, this should be what we talk about. Normally, I don't curse on the news, but today, with Chuck being here, I'm just giving up. There's going to be...
Hey, so far, I've bleeped myself every time.
But I know it's coming.
I'll forget to bleep. It's funny, though, that the issue 0 got it dead on, and the issue 3 was making the mistakes. You know what I mean? The issue 0, you almost want to give them the pass.
Yeah. And this is Elu's Vision. We don't have a video for it to play for you guys. Fully funded in 7 minutes.
I don't like seeing that. I don't know about you and I, but I don't. It feels like a flex right away to me.
I believe that we're not showing it for a different reason.
Okay.
Let me just double check to make sure. Oh, no, they didn't have one. Sorry. Sometimes we won't show a video if it has copyright music, but we'll still give the creator a pass on it. But yeah, no, it doesn't have a video. But it's hard. I get what Chuck's saying, but sometimes you really don't need a video, because we have something coming up today that really doesn't need a video. It's pretty self-explanatory, and we're going to see that in a second. But look at the beautiful art and different covers of this. So, I would like to see a video. I'm with Chuck. What do you think, JD? Videos are important?
Obviously he already has his audience. So, in that particular case, it might not be. But to entice new people, yeah, I think it's important to have them. You understand? It's a good-looking book. My concern is, as my wife tells me, you watch a special effects movie, you're like walking into, you're like, well, the special effects should be good. I'm always concerned about the story. So,
All right. Well, the creator for this book was actually on Indigo last night. I've gotten to see this video. I think you guys will dig it. Check this out. Come on.
Hi, quick introduction. My name is Sylvia Sloan, but some may know me by another name. Gotcha. That's right. Sapphire Spectre. Now, if you don't know who I am, I guess it's time for the old elevator pitch. When I was just a bit younger, I was murdered by a demon. Fate gave me a second chance, and I gained the ability to die whenever I want, become my own ghost, fight evil spirits, and return to my body in time to catch my best friend's band play. So those are the basics, but the main story in this first issue is an intriguing one. It takes place in a real haunted hotel in my hometown of Chicago. The special edition has 2 extra tales as well. It is action-packed, scary, and a little funny. My stories are always full of equal parts darkness and color. I mean, why have scares without some laughs? So I'm really, really hoping to make Kickstarter the new home for Sapphire Spectre, and I hope you all come along for the ride. The good news is JT's already done drawing and writing not just this issue, but several others ahead of time. And the better news is all the crazy rewards. We've got a ton of truly dazzling variant covers done by some amazing and noteworthy indie comic creators and all kinds of other cool swag and surprises. And best of all, it's all shipped in Gemini mailers. I really hope you guys like the Sapphire Spectre and that you'll join us on this new venture. I promise it's going to be a blast. Now, my adventures are going to take some crazy twists and turns down the line. But aside from all the rewards, that's all I want.
You can pause it.
To you. So support us.
Chuck, do you want to continue or you're good?
I'm good. I feel like we got. I wouldn't have paused it, but I feel like we saw what we needed to see.
Yeah, I just felt it was running a little too long. That's all.
It was just a lot of talk, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, because there, like I like the fact that the guy got, I don't know if this is his actor's girlfriend or whatever, but he got this lady to portray his character and do all that. I thought that was actually really cool. The artwork looks nice. Story sounds like it's a lot of fun. But like I said, yeah, it seemed a little padded. You show me a Gemini mailer. I don't really think that's necessary. You show me things like that. I don't need to see stuff like that.
Actually, I was going to bring that up as a point. I actually like that people are doing that. Congratulations for Gemini mailer for being a standard. But I think it also is a good moment to show that you care about people's packages. Because we've seen, especially recently, like Chuck's been around long enough that he knows that there used to be no Gemini mailers. And everyone was just mailing what we could mail. And we were all
mailers.
Yeah, we were trying to figure it out together. You go into Costco and getting cardboard and sticking it in with your books, figuring that all out. There wasn't a Gemini when we first started. I'm sure, JD, you remember the non-Gemini days too. But I meant he was in the videos a couple years ago when we were doing the original Kickstarter post. And we talked about how bad shipping was at one point. And we've gotten to see Gemini kind of set a standard. And when I hear that, believe it or not, I'm like, ooh, I want to back it down. Because they care. That's a standard, and they're stating they care about the quality of the book that I'm going to get, including it getting to me in one piece.
I think I see where JD's coming from, though. I like that it was mentioned. I just don't think it needed to be mentioned in the video.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For me, my books getting to me in pristine condition, that should be a given. You understand? Because I know when I ship stuff out, you understand? I know when I ship stuff out, I pack very meticulously. I don't use Gemini mailers. I use some Uline products. You understand? Just as good. But, I mean, it's the same thing, though. It just depends how you want to go about it. But like I said, I just felt it's a little much.
I will say this about the Uline products. They bend. And I've seen them get bent down here in Florida because we have literal asshole postmen who bend the cardboard. And I've never seen a Gemini mailer bend. They tried. One guy, you could tell he tried to do it because you could see the damage on it when he was trying to do it. Book held up. So I think I even did a video for that where I showed it. And I went to my mailbox and you could see the cardboard that he had rubbed on the actual thing, trying to figure out how he could shove it in. literally taking more time than just walking up to my house, heaven forbid. Because in Florida, they don't walk. We don't have walking mailmen or mail person. They actually drive a little Jeep. Those little Jeeps,
same here.
So they don't get out of their car, so they try not to. And I'm sure they're under time constraints, but come on, dude. The package actually said do not bend. And I do think it's funny when people put do not bend on the Geminis, because that's how bad it is at the post office. And when I hear them wanting more money, I'm like, what? They don't read packages that say do not bend. So I do like Gemini because I think it protects a little better. But there's nothing wrong with Uline. So I'm sure you're packing it. You know what you're doing. I just think the new creator might be a little too trusting of it and not put a little extra in. The worst thing you can do, guys, is send a comic book without a boarding bag. I'm sorry. You do that. Have you gotten a couple of those, Chuck?
Yeah, I even at the beginning did it. I won't even lie. But I mean, it's one of the things where it's like, oh yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't think about that. I didn't even own boards at the beginning. It was just bags. So I was just sending them in bags, right? And then it's like, oh, yeah, you find out, oh, they need to be bag and boarded, and you're like, oh yeah, of course they do. Yeah, I'm sorry. So it's one of those things. It's like any of the other stuff we're talking about. You pick it up as you go along.
Yeah, and that's why we're mentioning it on the show right now. But JD is right. Sometimes these things, it depends how you feel about it. Me, I hear it this way. Chuck and JD hear it the other way. Yeah, it's cool, but as long as you get it to me, I don't care. And like JD said, shouldn't that just be the standard? Sadly, we're still at a point where we have to talk about it, but I hope next year we will never talk about it again, because people will get it. And when they do it wrong, there'll be such an outcry of, oh my God, what just happened?
Yeah.
So let's move on. Good points, guys. Good points. Good video, too. And,
yes, good video.
Yeah, it's a good video.
All right, Average Joe. Okay. I'm actually we're going to skip this for a minute, and I'm going to walk away because we actually had to check the video out to see if it's been updated. And I'll talk about it one way or the other as soon as we get back. But for now, check out my good friend, Austin Genowoski, who has just days to go until it's done. Get your Stan Yank variant cover while catching up with the series. 200 pages of zombie. Austin is telling zombie stories before and how they became zombies. Check out my boy, Austin. Oh, we're muted.
Hi, I'm Austin Janowski. I'm the writer and creator of the comic book series Zombies Were Human Too, telling zombie stories before and how they became zombies. And this is the relaunch of Volume 2 of that series. So the kids are able to escape from the one building to the next building via a ladder that they found on. From there, they try to escape through the building down to the bottom floor and out. Unfortunately, it's now become infested with zombies. So as they're trying to get their way down, they are forced yet again into a situation where they have to save themselves. They find a storage cellar, which turns out to be a safe room. But see, the bigger question is, whose safe room is it? Are they coming back? So for Volume 2, it's another 100-page graphic novel. Color for the main stories, black and white for the zombies. And we have some of the top indie writers and artists that are working on this. We cannot be more excited to have them involved. The last thing I want to say is thank you. Thank you so much for taking a minute of watching this video all the way to the end, checking out their rewards, and backing this project. To be honest with you, I didn't think we were going to be able to relaunch a couple months ago. Who knew what was going to happen? So the fact that we're able to is absolutely amazing. We got a great book with great art, story, cover art, and we lowered the rate we needed in total to fund this book specifically because we wanted to make sure that it made sense. So thank you so much for taking a minute of your time. Please keep being safe and take care.
All right, so I guess you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, I would say the one thing that I didn't like, and I heard it a couple times, was him keep talking about the relaunch. I don't think you have to tell us that it's a relaunch. Just do it. You know what I mean? I don't think that we need to say, "Hey, dude, so I failed." You know, if my doctor had walked up to me and he's like, "I just want you to know I failed grade 5." I don't need to know that, man. Are you good now? Yeah, everything's great. Good. Well, don't tell me about that. I don't need to know. So he did mention relaunch several times, and we don't need to know that. You don't need to hide it, but you also don't need to highlight it.
Exactly. Yeah. The only thing I found a little distracting was a couple of times there was he had text boxes and there was a bit of a gap in the when he starts talking, and then there's just like a text box, then it goes for a few seconds, and I found that distracting. You know what I mean? Because dead air. You know, there's just dead air in there. You know? Well, other than that, I thought it was fine, and the book looks great.
All right.
I actually reviewed it. It's a pretty solid book.
That's good. Yeah, Austin's a good guy.
All right, so we're going to move on, guys. Before we had to do this, there was a bit of an issue with this video last week. For those tuning in who saw last week, Average Joe 1 through 2 had kind of implied something that wasn't what we thought it was. It was an accidental thing. Basically, he called a character the Shield. For those who are comic book fans of DC, you know they have a character called the Shield. We reached out, we talked to him. It was just an accidental mistake that he'd actually known about and was planning to redo the video anyway. So this is an updated version of the video. However, there is copyrighted music. But he breaks it up where we get a little bit of talk and a little bit of copyrighted music. So what we're going to do is try to play along, and really hope I don't get a strike for this. But we're here to help creators, so I do what I can. Besides, I've got, I've got pretty quick fingers. I think I can manage. So if we suddenly cut them off by accident, you know why. Because I'll have my finger on the mute button. All right, so here we go. Let me make sure I can be near the mute button. And I'm going to be muting myself, so you'll just hear me stop talking. So, and then I'll be able to mute it down here because of the way. Actually, you know what? We'll play it from Kickstarter itself, just because of the difficultness of this. And again, this is us trying to work with people, but please don't use copyrighted music. It's just not a good look for what you're doing. All right, so here we go.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Thomas Ryan, and thanks for checking out the Average Joe Comics.
All right, so now we're going to go into some music. He doesn't even talk, and I think that's a big mistake, not talking. So just imagine it's a pretty cool song, actually. You've heard it before, but imagine it's playing right now. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of bounce around. You guys can talk about the art and stuff. The art was really good. I was impressed by this when we saw it, which was that's why I was kind of let down when. We didn't know if he had accidentally done it because the character looked similar, but not exactly. And you know that with comics, DC and Marvel are full of characters that look like each other. You know, all you gotta do is mention Deadpool, and everyone's like, "Yep, Deadpool came first," especially for the new kids. And you're like, "No, Deadpool didn't come first." All right, so he should be talking, but. The one thing I will say is that sometimes showing off this makes people feel like the book's not done. So, this character right here. So this is what brought it up. Does anyone remember how that character that looks like that from DC?
Well,
he's not
a half dozen characters.
Well, it's not well known. It was a character that first came out in the early, it came out around the time of, believe it or not, it came out before Captain America. And then it went away. Hey, relax. See, this is what happens when your kid becomes a gamer. Dude, just figure it out, man. Figure it out.
No.
All right, you're done. So anyway, look up DC and do that. And I'm going to take care of this, and I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of the video.
All right.
No.
Average guy living in a superhero society. After an unfortunate run with the #1 hero of the shit, Max decides to take the hero work into his own hands and get in on some good old vigilante. This campaign will accomplish two things. First thing that it will accomplish is it'll allow me to get the full color physical copies of Average Joe #1 rolled out to all my backers and my supporters that I love so much.
You can pause it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can pause it.
All right, so any thoughts on it? I'm just going to let the rest of the video play naturally.
Yeah. I mean, the artwork looks great. The only thing is that I just wish he would have his artwork behind him.
Yeah.
You know, Marvel,
I was thinking the same thing. The Marvel.
My Hero, those things, they don't need any more. those things are established. They don't need anybody. They don't need help from anybody. They're good.
Yeah, we had
You know.
mentioned that in the first video, especially after he had named a character from their universe, because we'd seen that a lot recently, where all these people are coming out of the woodwork, making like Star Wars comics, and we're like, what the F, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with the. I was thinking in the poster right away, and I was like, am I being too much of a douche? But like JD, you're jumping on everything I think, and then throw it aside. So I like, obviously it's not just me. So thank you for that. But you know what? And you actually brought up a really good point, Rob. Where's the colored pages? Like, you can't tell me that you didn't have time to at least color one image. Like, we like seeing sketches, we like seeing where the art comes from, but I'd also love to see some indication that the book is close to done. And with no coloring done, that's a little worrisome.
Yeah, I mean the artwork looks nice, and the
Yeah.
pen and ink piece looked really nice.
Yep.
All right, JD, this is probably going to be the last one you're going to be able to sit through with us. So this is Seer Nova Comics, the Seer Chronicles. And here we go. Come on. There we go. Did you say pause? Oh, it's the dog.
No, my dog barked.
All right, you can pause because there's no video.
Oh, sorry. That's my bad. All right, so that's the end of the video. I know the rest is nothing.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think?
It looks nice. I would have liked some narration.
Yeah, it's funny. I was literally just on a show with these guys last night, and I kept telling them, guys, you're not, you're really not looking for new backers, are you? And they were like, what? Of course we are. And I was like, well, you're making it difficult because like we gave them advice that they literally changed the Kickstarter that moment while we were alive because they were like, oh, you're absolutely right. And the video kind of speaks to that. It's like, oh, we have new adventures, and okay, but what are the old adventures? Like, what happened? Where are we going? What's going on? What is this all about? You know, that stuff's very important. We mentioned it to. Oh, okay.
Oh, I just wanted to say, Lisa, you missed it. She just put this in. We'd already covered this a few minutes beforehand.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was good. We got you. It's in it. We had it.
But yeah, they really need to.
This is for you, JD. You seem angry, JD. You seem angry.
I'm not angry. I just haven't had my coffee yet. So I'm a little tired. But no, I'm not angry. I'm sorry.
Before JD goes, I spent so much time making sure JD's background. Oh, wait a minute. We have to make sure he's in the shot so we can see his face. We made sure. I spent so much time making sure JD's and my backgrounds are attractive. It's at least not distracting. I really question people who don't take the time to evaluate their environment on camera. Exactly. Like, this looks okay, but if you point to the camera down, there's actually living things moving around, starting growing culture. They're all like, there's a community growing, and I'm not trying to interfere with it because I'm for PETA. So I make sure I tell them all, you can't go above this certain area. And there's been like randomly a dinosaur head in the corner underneath that you've seen,
Right.
you know, like from Jack's, or there's like a broken hanger because he decided to take a hanger and break it and threw it on the floor. Sometimes you'll see my camera go off and then come back on, and there's just like destruction in the corner because he's broken something while playing with it.
Well, and that's the funny thing. People are like, so I got to clean up my whole house before I do a live show? No, you got to clean up this square.
Yep,
That's
just that
it.
box.
Nobody cares about the rest of your house. No one gives a damn. It's literally just, what are you showing in this square? That's it.
And I want you to know, most of us are not wearing pants. It's just the truth.
I don't even think I own pants right now.
Not anymore. COVID happened, and I was like, short for life.
Dude, I've tried to live by that anyways. I'm in Texas, but yeah.
I go to the gym boxers now. I'm like, why bother? I'm giving up. Let's get this workout done. I'm like my Batman boxers. Like, hey, how are you? All right, JD, you gotta go. Tell them where they can find you. But before you go, we want to show off your video, and we want to pick on you while you're here. So
thank you for that.
We can't not have us pick on you because you're one of the videos. Yeah, I know, right? All right, here we go.
Hello, everyone. This is JD Calderon, the writer and creator of the Oswald
that would
Chronicles.
help, right?
And today I'm here to tell you about the final installment of the Clive cycle of stories, where Oswald finds himself taking care of a lost one-eyed Cyclops angel babe named Clive. In these two issues, called Clive's Tale, we see Oswald take advice from ancient gods and witches that lead him to the depths of hell to retrieve Clive's enslaved parents. Oswald will also have to confront the major lord of these lands, but will he ever be the same again? These two issues are wonderfully illustrated by Jade Gonzalez and colored by David Montoya. Along with these two issues, we are also offering a one-shot called It Came Seeking, where an ancient evil seeks Oswald out for his help, with illustrations by Matt Letcher. Go check out the various rewards we are offering and pick the one that best suits you. By backing this campaign, you help support the greatest mouse adventure going today. The Oswald.
All right, wait. The greatest mouse adventure going? Are you really taking on Mickey Mouse? Do you
Hell
really?
yeah.
That set of
Damn
goals?
straight.
Mickey Mouse, Secret of Nim, 50 Goes West. You're just swinging, man. You are swinging.
Mighty.
I'm swinging.
Oh man, I'm not measuring up. With
Taking them all out.
Danger Mouse.
Thank you for your time.
Give me
I'm just asking, were there no high quality graphics available at your house when you did this video?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think that's your streaming, sir.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's your streaming, sir.
Let's go over to Kickstarter and check that. We'll go directly to their actual thing.
Oh.
Let's see. Is it my streaming? Nope. That is not my streaming, my friend.
I don't know. I play it on my computer. It's fine.
That is pixelated, my friend.
No.
Yeah.
Well, also, believe it or not, I'm cutting these on a very old program. I cut these on Final Cut Pro 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So that might be it.
We're streaming right now at 1080. So if you're not at that level,
Right.
like I'm on a big screen. So if you're on a smaller screen, it probably looks nothing. Like I have like a television screen in front of me for my computer.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, because I can't see. I don't see the pixelation you're talking about. So
If it's an older program, that I totally get that. I'll see it where other people won't, because I'm on an Apple.
Right.
Like when I'm on my
yeah. If you got a big screen, yeah, you're gonna see that. Yeah, because I'm used to just seeing it like maybe like 6 inches across.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
4 inches high, something like that.
No,
Yeah.
when I'm watching it, I literally have it about 20 inches by about 8 inches.
Yeah, no.
If it's not set at that high quality, I've seen it in my own videos and got back and cut something out because I saw it. But no,
Right.
if you're on an older program, they just won't put it out. Otherwise, it was a good video. I really wished it wasn't, so we can make fun of you.
I know, right?
You know,
The fact that it was good made it bad.
yeah. The one thing I've been trying to do is keeping them short.
Yeah.
Keep them short. I went over a minute, which is usually I like to keep them around 50 seconds, maybe 45 seconds. But this one went a little long.
But you also have a bigger story now too. It gets harder the longer the story's been running.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
Chuck.
But no, all I've been trying to do is just do it in segments. So we'll see. Anyway, guys, I gotta go.
Go.
All right. So
Yeah.
thank you so much Go check out my Kickstarter.
Yeah, how
And
do
I'll
we
talk to you guys later.
We'll put it in the chat today. That's our Kickstarter to watch today, JD's, because he was on our show today. Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
part of it, dude. You have
Good seeing you, buddy.
Good seeing you too, Chuck. Thank you, man. Take care, guys.
Take
Bye.
care.
All right, now that he's gone, we can really talk about it, how horrible it was.
This was a crap video. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was good. I think, you know, you can make, if something is just badly done, even a short video seems long. Mouse guard is another one. You're absolutely right. Even a short video can seem long. So I try to tell people, keep it under 2 minutes. If you go over 2 minutes, you're too long.
And again, treat it like a press release. It's a pitch. It's an elevator pitch, guys. You were going to say something about JD's thing, though. Did you have something to add about it?
No, I think he did great.
Okay. Yeah, it was a pretty solid video. So I give him a lot of credit. Except for that little pixelated graphic, which I understand now, and it's not horrible. Like, I'll be honest, I'm just picking on him to pick on. Like, I had to find a reason to.
You had to find something, yeah, absolutely.
He couldn't walk.
I was hoping he had like 1 second of a crappy background that we could look at and just be like, "Oh, this guy, serious."
Look at this. All right, so we have Mojo Rising Darkness issue #1, and I don't know why this video is weird on my screen. Yeah, it's a weird sized video. I don't understand it. Like, I've never seen a video like this. I don't know how they've managed it, because all the other videos are like that. So we're gonna have to go over to the site. Give me a second. So we don't want to kneecap them, because I mean, they just probably have it set at a when your phone's turned the other way, they have it to that dimension. So let's see, straight from Kickstarter itself. Let's see if it still has a problem. Yeah, see, it's the up and down. All right, so there is no dialogue here, so we'll just talk about it when it goes. But you can see their orientation's off on the video already.
Did you get rid of the music, or is there no sound?
No, I did, just to make sure, just in case.
Okay.
Because when I Shazammed it, it doesn't come up as copyright, but it comes up, so I'm always nervous about it. So I take the chance. Type of moment. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of trying to read when these things happen.
Yeah. So is there narration here or no?
No narration, just this. It's doing great on Kickstarter, though.
I mean, the art's good. But yeah, I think you need some narration. You need something else there. Also, it looked like there were character profiles, but did they actually talk about the story?
There's a little bit. Like, when you're reading the character profile, it does give away some stuff, because I've had to go back and pause. Like, I paused the videos to try to read it. And you don't want to, especially if people are on a phone, it's so much harder to do those controls. Try to pause something and all that.
I would treat my Kickstarter video the way I would treat my comic. And that is, if someone has to pause or go back, you lost them.
Yeah.
And I tell my I tell clients that all the time. I'll say, hey man, there's a problem with this lettering. I wasn't sure what was where, and so I had to go back. And they're like, yeah, they'll figure it out. Nope. That's not how it works. They need to feel the flow. And if you lost the flow, you might have lost them.
Yep.
Do it over. Fix it.
And remember, when you're cultivating something, even if you're sending information on an email, you have to be very specific about how it's supposed to be used. You know, if this is for general audience, if you're sending out something that's supposed to, if you ever send something as a heads up that the person you're sending to it, especially if they're a website that covers news and they get press releases, and you don't want them sharing what's in the content, you have to put something on top that says, do not share, not for public consumption. You know, like, you have to think of those things ahead of time. You can't make assumptions. A lot of us are busy. We're doing the things that we're doing. So when we're looking at a video like this, and like Chuck said, if you have to pause it and go back, a lot of people won't do it. If I'm in backer mode, Rob, I would never pause this. But I would go to the Kickstarter itself and see what was going on, because I know Luke's story had an attachment to this, and I know Pops has been trying really hard to promote this. So, and like I said, they're doing fantastic. I just think that again, this is a newer creator, and I don't think they understand the methodology of creating a video because again, you're not even the right framing.
Yeah, I will say, so this is going beyond the video, which I know that is not what we're supposed to do. But I think one of my other issues was that they had colored pages with no lettering, and then they would show us the script. And I'm like, guys, lettering does not take that long, and you're on a 30-day Kickstarter. There's no reason why they couldn't have had it lettered at some point during the Kickstarter and then taken that off.
To be honest with you, I didn't see any art that was sequential in here. So I'm not even sure that those were anything but publicity images.
No. So it says page 3, and then underneath you have the little script for page 3. It doesn't look sequential because it's not paneled normally, but that is what it looks like the pages are like if you're on the Kickstarter.
I'm actually curious now because I must have missed that.
Oh, no, not here. I mean on the actual Kickstarter, not on the video.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, I thought you meant on the video. We didn't.
No.
See. Okay, you did say this wasn't about the video. Okay, I'm with you. I got confused. I get confused easily. I'm getting old.
That worries me as a fan because I'm like, guys, if you couldn't even get that done for the Kickstarter, which I mean, honestly, lettering. If you were able to get the coloring done, the lettering doesn't take that long. Even if you're just lettering 2 or 3 pages, that should have happened. That, it's worrisome.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so we're gonna do one more and then just wrap up the show. So we now have a 1-hour mark. We're gonna give the last video to Alexium, and this is from Alexium Comics, and here we go. Again, I don't need to see that. I think this is a waste of time when you add that in the beginning. All right, I'm going to turn down the music and we can talk over it.
Yeah, right?
It does look great.
Yeah.
But again, I think narration over this would have been so much better.
Yeah.
Only to discover a shocking truth,
Yeah. A lot of times it's simply the creator going, I have a crappy voice. I don't want to do this.
Well, it's also companies like this that charge extra for voiceover work.
Yeah.
So they'll charge you this for the basic video and then charge you for that. And it is a good video. But I would have taken this video, downloaded it, thrown it in a file, and then had one of my friends voice it over. I mean, you could probably get someone to voice this over for 10, 15 bucks.
Yeah.
I'd do it for 10 bucks. I'd do it for 15. I've got that kind of voice.
Heck, I might even do it for the book.
Yeah, that would be, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, give me a physical tier. We're good.
Actually, I would do it for a book. For this book,
right?
Yeah, because this looks cool. And it's well done. I mean, the video is top notch.
Yep. I don't think you need to mention the date.
Yeah, dates don't age well.
Yeah. On August 4th, I'm like, well, I mean, after that date, it no longer matters. So what are you doing? This just feels like an old commercial.
Yeah.
But that was the only thing that I would pick at.
Or when they do launching on and you're like, oh, God, that's such a rookie mistake. Rookie. Next week, well, we can actually get this in. Remember I told you sometimes you don't need a video?
Yes.
The Business of Independent Comic Book Publishing. It's an actual book about the business of comic book publishing. You don't need a video for that. That's just boom, right there. I'm in.
Yep.
This is something everyone who's a creator should do. It's a comprehensive and easy to understand overview of the business of comic book publishing. You don't need a video for this one, guys. What else do you need to know at this point? If you're a comic book creator, you should be backing this. If you're not backing it, you're not taking the business serious. You're not trying to get an education. And sometimes you got to pay to understand why we do the things we do. I already have my copy. I'm getting it. I'm all excited about it. We're also going to be talking about very soon Johnny Phantasm, 1985, 48-page oversized comic book, and that's why it's so big. So I was playing with the oversized comic. Come on, that's funny. Come on, you know it. You like it. Great video, though. Can't wait to watch it. From Trevor, we have the H.P. Lovecraft Beauty and the Beast. This looks badass. Look at that.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait to show you guys that video. That's going to be coming on our thing. Of course, we saw Oswald today because JD showed up. And Scott Snyder and Tony Daniels.
Oh, that's right.
100K and counting. I think that let's do a real quick check on our way out today. I believe we're over 150 last I checked. Amazing. Luke Stone, Hybrids, The Sons of Gods, Trash Day, graphic novel. The book of, what is that? Enoch meets Taken. So
yep.
Luke will be on the show very soon. And of course, he's part of Terror Comics. And
great book, by the way. Absolutely great book. Not just saying that as the editor.
You edited it, right?
Yep. Yeah, I did. And well, I proofed it, and then I edited the backup stories. But yeah, solid premise, solid story. Yeah.
Major Watson and Major Holmes and Captain Watson issue 1 and 2. This I'm getting a copy of. Very excited about that.
That looks good.
Your boy.
Okay.
Sylvia,
so
issue
this
1.
is my boy, and this is something I was going to say. I already had this in my mind.
You want me
Guys
to play?
out there, you know me. I'm Chuck. I don't need an introduction. I'm going to push my introduction so that we can show this.
All right. So real quick, we're going to check out. Where is it? Where the hell is the Snyder book? We said we would look at it. Fuck, running out. Oh, there it is. No, it's up in my browser. No, that's not it. It didn't open right, did it? Son of a. All right. Well, you guys can look at that. We want to give love to that. Love to Scott Snyder, but we're going to show that on our way out. And then Beast Commandos we're going to get to, I promise. And we don't need to hear about doing that. Just real quick on Still on Demand. Cat Dad and Supermom is still on demand. Over on Indiegogo. God's Hand is still on demand. Ethan Van Sciver's Cyberfrog still on demand. And JD, I got to ask him if the Oswald Chronicles are still on demand. Remember to get Kickstarter for the Independent Creator, second edition of Practical and Informative Guide to Crowdfunding by Madeline Holly Rosing and Christy Shin, now available on Amazon. That's it, guys. We're going to play this and be out. Thanks for tuning in today. And make sure that you check out, and I'll put this link in the chat as we leave, so you guys can back what you're about to see. We're out of here.
Previously on Saw the Lightning Wheel.
Thanks for checking out the Kickstarter for Saw the Lightning Wheel issue 3. Now, this is the conclusion to the first arc of the Saw storyline. Now, if you haven't had a chance to read the Saw tale before, it's a great starting point because you can get issues 1, 2, and 3 as part of the rewards below. Along with the book, you can get custom pop of Saw, you can get a t-shirt, print, and more. And if you are a retailer, you can get a bundle pack of Saw issues to sell in your store. So check out all the rewards below. I thank you for watching the video and hope for your support.
We'll see you tomorrow at 11. Thanks for all the guests, Chuck and JD. See you tomorrow.